Welcome back, everyone. This is the Your Little Castle Show. This is our second interview here we're doing with Dale. Dale is an expert. My dad made the point to me many years, be careful, you might double your knowledge, right? And that was kind of a sarcastic perspective on somebody that seemed to know what they were talking about but didn't. But Dale really knows what he's talking about here, and it's a serious comment to say he can help you double your knowledge with regard to this flooring industry and what you need to know before you make a big mistake that could cost you 5, 10, 15, 30. What's the most expensive floor you've ever put in, would you say, Dale?
Well, we've done $70,000 floors. So.
Wow, okay.
But we also do $2,000 floors.
Sure, right. Well, and that's so great notes there, everybody. That first show, I didn't even put the hat on that whole first show. I got so involved with everything there because this is community-based, and most all of what Dale was talking about there was very much based on the community and how you help people. So I should have been wearing a hat the whole time, but really knows his stuff, but literally got into some technical stuff that I didn't realize was a component and stuff you need to worry about when you're looking to buy some flooring, because you can make a big mistake there. And I think we did okay. We talked that plank wood floor is okay. And my mom's new, it's an Airbnb we just launched. It's already getting 5-star reviews and doing well. But flooring, key part to this whole thing. And when you've got good looking flooring, you're going to have a good looking house, and it makes everything look good, right?
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Well, and we showed off a little bit of his work. I'm going to dive in here in a couple minutes. I've got a couple important questions to ask Dale about, but we're going to talk about, or show some of the work he's done. It's beautiful. We showed a little bit of that earlier. He's got a bunch on his website. He's got a great looking website, but take a look at here is Dale's website, veteranflooringstl.com. Phone number right there in front of you, and a lot of great reviews, information, and just some of the experts you can see. So there's some ratings, and if you're going to get information and you want to learn a little bit about flooring, get a hold of Veteran Flooring. Dale here will talk to you. 314. That's a tracking number, so we're not going to give them that number, but they can use it. But we have I notice you have it because it switched, and that's good. He's doing tracking, so that we want to know where the call came from, and that's what helps people. So here, 314-441-8569. Dale's on the ball here, everybody. He knows he's hired the right guys to do this. So good work. All right, Dale, let's dig in here a little bit. Tell me, how has technology changed the way the products have been provided now? It used to be just like, this is wood, this is vinyl, that's it. Now they're mixing these and putting oxides and aluminum. And how's the technology changed for the betterment for consumers?
The wood's changed. Well, engineered wood has become a lot more popular than the salads because people want the wider planks, and I touched on that earlier. It's a more stable floor.
Okay, yeah. And that's important for people because as a matter of flexibility or durability,
it's the expansion and retraction. So when you get really wide, and anything over 5 inches, you have to glue assist and nail. But if it's a solid wood, I don't recommend. I don't like going over 5 inches.
Is that width?
And width.
Width. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And solid woods are 3/4 inch thick.
Okay.
Engineered woods come various thicknesses. Some 3/8 that are more economical, and then 1/2 inch, and then 9/16, 5/8, some 3/4, but so like I said, thicker doesn't always mean better. So it's all about the wear layer on the engineered hardwood.
The wear layer.
Yeah.
What's on the top coating?
How thick is that wear layer?
Yeah, and it can be made of different.
So some of them can't be sanded. Some of them can be sanded once or twice, but some of them can be sanded up to 4 times. So that wear layer is what's critical.
There you go. I mean,
solid wood can be sanded multiple times. So.
We've already saved everybody a whole lot of heartache to understand these are the things you need to know about. If you can't memorize and you don't feel comfortable with everything Dale has talked about here, go meet with him. Go to his location. Maryland Heights?
Please. Yep.
Veteranflooringstl.com. You can find all the information, or give him a call, 314-441-85.
We have a real good selection in the showroom. We have a lot to look at. So
okay,
be happy to show.
Having a showroom allows you people really go in and get their feet wet, if you will, to see what you got and what you're offering, and you can explain these differences to people.
Correct.
I won't name any stores for this purpose, but you don't necessarily get somebody that knows that kind of expertise at what they say the big box stores, because that's not their expertise, right? They also
that's all we do is flooring. So
right. They do a little bit of wood, they do a little bit of roofing, they do a little bit of everything, but somebody dyed in the wool has been doing this for as long as you have. Important to have enough information there to make sure you get an educated decision.
But they're always improving technology from finishes. Like I said, we do a lot of sanding, and finishes that we use. There's some extremely smart people out there, chemists that come up. We like to use Bona Traffic HD for our top coats. I've had great success with that. I have the Bona rep on call. I can call them anytime, and anytime they come up with something new, we have to take classes on it.
Wow.
And you got to keep up with the technology and see what's out there.
Continuing education, always learning.
Always,
Technology and the products are changing, and especially today's when they're doing laminates and different coatings and different oxides and aluminum oxide you talked about. Crazy stuff that you
My vendor reps are really helpful. So I didn't tap into their knowledge until probably the last couple of years. So
really?
That was a mistake. I should have tapped into their knowledge. So
yeah, well, they represent well. They usually should be very educated. They talk about sales. It's not sales. It's education.
Sure.
Very often, and it should be, because you're just helping to inform people about it. Okay. Well, by now, somebody, if you watched the whole first show and you've seen the second show, or even if you've just seen portions of this, and we do cut these up into clips for our guests to say, here, take these and put them out on the interwebs too. So if you saw a couple clips, here's probably the question you may have. Tell me the process. How does somebody hire you to do some work for them? What's the easiest way to do that? Is there a few ways?
Well, you request a bid, and I'll contact you. And I always like to come out and look at the job, take the measurements, and then if it's a sand job, then I'll send a bid over. If you want to come to the showroom for a product, then I have you to the showroom. Yeah. The other thing is you always want to take the samples back home. The lighting's different. It has something to do with your direct lighting, your wall color. It's all important on the look of the wood or the vinyl or whatever you're buying. So we have can lights, we have fluorescent lights. It's just not the same as when you get it home. So always take the samples home.
Take them home and take a look at them. So right
That's
there,
right.
But you can say right here it says get a free quote. They click this. It's got a short form they fill out.
They will send me an email, and then I'll contact you. And then once I send the estimate over, if you agree to it, you click the estimate that approved. It'll send me an email, and then that's our contract. And at that point, I'll contact you and put it on the calendar. And once it's on the calendar, we'll come do the work. Like I said, I don't require deposits, and then we'll settle up when we're done.
There you go. Right. And talk about a smooth system. You've automated some technology at play here, but Dale has taken the time to make this easy for people to do, because how often you got to come in and say, let me find the piece of paper and then sign here, and then, oh, wait, we got to edit that. All done technology digitally. Yep. And right there to contact us, and they can call you.
I had someone set that up.
Most people aren't taking enough to do it themselves, but they know, they're smart to say, let me hire
there's people out there you can tap into
to know what they're doing. Yeah, that's important. So yeah, there's the process, everybody. Call or fill out this form, and you can see.
Or you can call directly too.
Right. Yeah, and there's that phone number again, 314-441-8569. But that form you find is Veteran Flooring STL, and you can do a Google search, and this shows up too.
And we offer financing as well through Synchrony, so they can get approved for financing up front too if they want to.
Okay, so they know that they can get this on a payment plan. And Synchrony,
Sure.
I've heard of them, used them myself, and they do a good job.
They're a big outfit, but they, you get up to 12 months, no interest.
Really? Yeah. Okay. For those who get approved. All right, that's great. Let's talk a little bit. I'm going to show off some of this work we did here earlier, because obviously people are looking at this and going, all right, man, show me some more. So here's that first picture we had. I've got this up on the TV wall.
So this is a job we did this week where we laced in the wood, and then there should be afterwards sanded.
Okay, well, let's scroll through them here, and maybe we'll stumble across. There's some flooring. Is this part of it?
So this was the upstairs landing. Okay. We took the carpet out and then laid the maple.
Okay.
We were going to try to sand and refinish the steps, but once we took the carpet off, we had to replace all the stair treads and risers, and that's part of the picture group here.
Okay, gotcha. And that's what you see there. So then some more of those.
So that's this. You took the carpet off, and it's like you can't sand that. So.
Gotcha. But here it is.
So that's sanded. That's where it was all laced in.
Can't tell it was laced in at all.
No, that's the goal.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was all one big tree that made a lot of good wood for somebody, but it all matches very nicely, and that's lacing that in, you call that.
And that's a maple floor.
That's maple. Okay, very good looking work there.
There's some more pictures of the same job.
Okay, let's scroll through here a little bit.
That's a different one. That's a sand job we did this week.
Okay, this is all recent stuff. So
this is all this week's work.
This is just this week's work, everybody.
Yeah, there's more of the sand job. Okay. That's also a maple floor, actually.
Okay. And is maple the most popular these days?
No, usually it's oak, but
Okay.
But just so happened we did 2 maple floors this week.
Okay. Maple oak. Okay. And then there's your veteran. I'm going to scroll back through these and go to the very beginning, and there was
So there's the stairs. You know,
yeah, these stairs
there
we
was some
talked
before
about.
pictures. Yep.
Okay. And how hard are stairs more expensive because there's more cutting and
Well,
angling?
their stairs they're not cheap, you know. But we had to take all the spindles off, install the new treads and risers, and then once we're going to top coat this one tomorrow, and then this weekend we'll go back and put all the spindles back on.
Gotcha. Well, okay, there's a great look at some most current work. If you want to look at another gallery worth of work, here's a gallery for some of the stuff that Dale's team has done. I'm going to put these up. I've got this on the back wall, but here's a good looking. I guess that's a kitchen, obviously, and
Actually, we did the whole house, but that's a
okay,
a picture
just a picture of the kitchen area. But these look like professional photos. I'm like, did this come from the manufacturer? This is your actual work.
That's what came off my phone.
Yeah, office phone. Yeah, these phones these days can do a good
So
job.
that's a clubhouse we did with luxury vinyl.
Okay.
They rented out, and very good luxury vinyl plank in there, and it's really held up.
Okay.
That's a dance floor we did.
Yeah, that looks like a dance floor.
This is some border work we did.
Okay. And you can see as you
So we took
Multiple-
the steps, we put lighting in the steps and sand and finished them, so
oh yeah.
those stairs light up.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That is pretty cool. All right. And then some more
So
finishing the house.
that's just more work we've done. That's engineered wood.
Is it okay?
That's vinyl plank in a salon we did.
Okay. And help people understand, what is engineered wood? What is that? What is engineered? What does that mean?
Well, that's when they have layers of usually plywood, and then they put the grain this way, this way, this way, and then they put the actual wood layer on top.
Okay. So there's more than one layer going in that of different types of fiber or
It's
construct.
generally plywood, and then the top layer or the wear layer is the wood that you choose. So you can go oak or maple or hickory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So a lot to choose from there, and a lot of great looking work. So if you see all of that stuff and you want to take some notes, but it's Veteran Flooring, veteranflooringstl.com. Dale and his team will help you to pick out what looks best, and you just help them to decide. Say, hey, no, you better stay with this type of flooring because it's going to have this kind of effect, and help them make an educated decision. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Part of the expertise you gain here by bringing these guys in, and a lot of veterans that he's employed there that work, and over the years, Veteran Flooring makes sense. And Dale again is a veteran himself. Thank you. Military, Semper Fi, right?
That's right, Marine Corps.
The Marines say, I'm not a Marine, but my buddies were, and we learned that phrase. And those guys put it out there. So tell me, as a matter of being a business owner, I can only imagine that somebody's been in business as long as you. What's a challenge you've had to overcome over your many years of having been? Now you're going on close to 10 years. What were some of the things you think you felt you learned from when you were getting started, or whatever it might have been?
So I had a pretty good background in management and quality. I was an engineering manager and production manager, so I worked with a lot of people and personalities. I also did some sales. But when you go into business for yourself, then there's no accounting department,
Right.
there's no HR department. So I made some bad financial decisions, and learned from them, and so that's a big challenge. You don't have any. It's on you to figure it
Yeah.
out. So
They talk about it. You are the director and also the janitor.
That's
right?
it.
And everything
Yep.
in between
and
to
it's,
really
all,
make
it's
sure.
all your responsibility. So
Yeah. And who do you answer to? You.
you can delegate the authority to get a job done, but it's your responsibility.
Ultimately, yeah.
Yeah, but the plus COVID was a thing to overcome. We stayed busy, but pricing was just going through the roof. You've already had bids out there. The price changed by the time you go buy the product. It was changing weekly, sometimes daily.
Oh wow.
So that was hard to do. But then the supply chain, we had to figure. Some you could get in, some flooring you could get in. Some you had to wait 3 or 4 months. Most people don't want to wait that long.
Wow.
So we had to deal with that.
Yeah.
And plus, finding good guys.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
I think that's a challenge for everybody.
Yeah, I say that's one of the struggles we've had with our growth and everything. We got some people wanting to work a little bit, but not too much, and then you get them going, and then they say, oh, I got to do something else, or I want to take a break. And just the hurdles. And this is all stuff. When I worked at Anheuser-Busch, they had 30,000 people there employed. If you didn't make it, they had another guy already lined up and trained. But if you're a small business and there's 3 or 4 of you working on this, then you got to keep that crew tight knit, and if somebody goes down, pick it up yourself. Right?
Yep.
And
a lot of hours.
A lot of hours. And you're doing the flooring installation and the calls and
I started out doing a lot of it myself. I have really good guys now that they're better than I am, so I just let them do it.
That's what they say. The A and B students work for the C students. The C students go, I'm pretty good, but I got the guys that are better.
Yeah, they're way better than I am.
Another quote from.
I've got really good guys. Really proud of them.
That's important.
Yeah.
Well, tell me that. Is there a specific quote that you would reference that kind of helps motivate you? Something that you reflect on? I've got a few I always throw out, but
the slogan we have on our vans and trailers and stuff is "We take pride in all we do."
We take pride in all we do.
So it's a military green, so it's supposed to reference.
I gotcha.
Military pride.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But if you ask the guys, mine is. My statement is make an effort.
Okay.
So it's pretty self-explanatory. That's what if I see them slowing down or slacking, got to make an effort.
Yeah. How often is it just a matter of they just don't? I say the hardest thing ever to do for anything is getting started, but that's because they didn't make an effort. If they had made that effort, then they can go in and say, hey, we learned from this. It wasn't as hard to get going. Oh, we started off and now we're already further along than we expected.
I mean, if they call me with a problem, I'm like, come on, make an effort. Figure it out.
Make an effort.
So they actually had one big sign printed up, make an effort, they put in the shop. So
that's cool. All right.
So that's mine, I guess.
Make an effort. That's your own quote. I like that. That's good because, I mean, people, they quote other people, but you've got your own. But, just simple. Make an effort. Very, very important. Try, everybody. Take note of that one. Just go out and make an effort. Try, and you're going to get a chance to learn from that and continue on learning from everything that you do. Well, tell me, often people probably they're very interested in what you're doing. They need this because of whatever. They're selling a house. They're going to improve the house. They had a storm damage or something like that, flood, whatever. What's an objection? What's questions that most people have? Is it always price, or what are people mostly concerned with when they decide to get started on?
What we do is very invasive, so we got to go in their homes. In order to get to the floor, you have to move everything. You got to move all the furniture.
Right.
And if you're sanding, you have to do it all at once. That means everything's got to come out. You got to allow for dry times. They got to clean out the bottom of their closets.
Oh wow.
So it's a lot to undertake, and we'll move their furniture for them, and we try to make it easy as possible. But sometimes they're going to have to be out of the house for a while. If it's a pre-finished product or vinyl plank or stuff, they don't have to be. But the sanding is more basic. And of course, with the sanding, the big question is dust.
Yeah.
So
I'd say once you
we've invested in very high quality vacuums to control the dust, so we have very minimal dust on the jobs. We still plastic off cabinets and pantries and clothes and closets and things like that just for due diligence, but it's very minimal dust now with the vacuum systems we had.
Wow. So as you continue to improve your business, let's make some investments back into the business.
You have to,
to make that improve. So
nobody wants dust anymore, and we pull a lot of carpet out because from allergy standpoint.
Right.
So
okay. So a lot of people are going from carpet to wood for that reason.
Wood or laminate or vinyl. So
yeah, but anything that's got a harder surface because that carpet does contain
because the laminates came out years ago and they were really poor quality, and we quit doing them because once you put them in, you own the product, and they just would not hold up. They delaminated, and then vinyl plank came out, and then laminates said, we need to get our act together. So the new laminates are really good product. They have waterproof laminates now, and they're thicker, they're more durable. Not necessarily more durable, but they don't flex as much as some of the vinyl planks. So they also are really good products now.
So laminates have greatly improved. And say, what percentage would you say of people are saying I want carpet versus a hard surface?
Well, we have carpet now too. I don't push a lot of it, but if some customer wants, some customers still want carpet in their bedrooms, so we'll do wood. And if they want it in their bedrooms, they just want to go to one place. So we got to offer that
Okay, yeah. So
for
because
them.
you're flooring, obviously, so flooring includes carpet too. So
Sure.
you sell a lot of carpet then.
We
as well.
just started bringing that in this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that'll be something that is it's different feel, different surface, but it makes it easier. I even got to my old house. I had carpet in the bathroom. Now you throw down the mats, right? Because stuff gets wet and that causes problems. Not a good idea.
We just did a house that had carpet in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So.
And you tore it out?
It's
or?
very high end house too. I guess they
Okay.
did it. Of course, we tore it out and put tile in, but
Gotcha.
they were selling, and the real estate lady called me and said, "You can't sell a house with bathroom carpet in the bathroom." So we did that. And we added carpet everywhere. And we buffed and coated the hardwoods and
And then you
got it ready to sell. And
get the throw mats you throw on top of that, and those can get because there's just so much going on in the bathroom. You don't want carpet.
well, we did porcelain
yeah.
tiles. So.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because put carpet where you like, but not necessarily in the bathroom.
Correct.
Good point. Another note for everybody there, and you can do that, but not
I
necessarily.
don't recommend it.
Not something that the experts do not recommend. Well, tell me then. Ultimately, when you wake up, what do you get the most satisfaction from when doing this? You've been running this now for a long time, coming up on 10 years yourself, in the industry for 12. Why do you wake up every day to do this?
Well, just the desire to build a strong business for sure, but we get. I get a lot of satisfaction from referrals. Most of our business is referral based. So the job that you just had up on the screen, we did a gentleman's house in Chesterfield, and then he referred us to his parents, his father and stepmother, and so when someone gives you that much faith to refer you to their family, it's very satisfying. But I did a job a couple weeks ago that for a couple, and so she went out. We started. She was there, but she went out of town, and so she didn't see it finished until she got back in town. And so I went over and did a walkthrough with her, and she was all smiles and very thankful. And I went to shake her hand, and she gave me a big hug. So if that doesn't make you feel good,
That's
well,
great.
it does,
Well, that's what it's all about. So when you ultimately are getting that referral, and to say, take care of my whole family, and you get people, they come up, they feel so comfortable with you.
Yep.
But they're saying, I want to give you a hug.
If they have faith in us to go to their families, that's got to make you feel good. And that's a lot of that's because of my guys too, not necessarily me, but the work that they do.
And something I would like to cover a little bit more with you, if you don't mind, is the fact that, similar to myself, many years in corporate America, and then said, hey man, this isn't necessarily what I want to do the rest of my life. And went the small business route, which I'm a small business owner. I started my own little business here. Worked for big guys, worked for the small guys. But is that something that gives you a little more satisfaction? You talked about having control of your own destiny. A lot of people who started companies, they started off because they took it over from their dad, or they were in the industry as
well, I do all the sales, and I run a job. So every job that when they accept that bid, just makes me feel good. All of them, everyone.
You do every sale, every bid.
I do.
That's amazing. That's cool. Well, that's just you got your heart in it, and you want to make sure it's done right because you got your hand on the.
Well, I'm getting big enough that I'm going to need to bring help in, but that means I'm going to have to delegate something, and that's another challenge for a later conversation, maybe.
Yeah.
So.
But do you feel ultimately a lot better having this kind of control versus when you were in the big machine for the big
Oh,
company?
absolutely. Yeah.
And just a little more satisfying right there.
Absolutely. So, fruits of your labor, so to speak.
Right. And that makes for a happier person. You do happier, better work, and make happier customers out of it.
We've had steady growth year over year. So, I put everything back in the business. And, I went 5 years before I put myself on payroll.
Wow. Okay.
So, it's very, very important to me. So,
there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Make it through putting it not even on your own payroll early on, because enough to get by or whatever necessary to pay the bills.
It's not easy to get started.
But you're not saving a salary off for yourself.
You got to break into an industry that a lot of people are well established, and you got to build a reputation, and it takes time.
Yeah, and you've done it. So just a great example here, everybody, of a business owner who went out and took the leap, decided to do it in a competitive space, and went off and has been very successful at it. So appreciate you taking time to talk to us about that.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Well, let's finish up here. We've got just a couple minutes left, and what I always like to talk about is, and you kind of done this from a number of different ways. We talked a little bit about this in the pregame prep, in the bullpen. This is the bullpen, the green room, whatever you want to call it. But how do you feel you and your company contribute to the community? There's a lot that a business does just by virtue of having a business and employing people. But what do you feel like you do?
Offer
And you talked
jobs,
about,
and we just do the best work we possibly do. But yeah, I'm a member at the VFW Post 4105, and we do a lot for veterans. Member of the Veteran Business Network to try to network for other veterans. And as we continue to grow, I think I really want to get into this this veteran community project where they're helping the homeless, veteran building small homes and things like that. So I hope to be able to generate enough revenue to take a part of that real soon. So
yeah, well, and like I said, we've talked about this show, a veteran-owned company. I'm a huge supporter of those in our military, the people that put their life on the line every day, and some have made the ultimate sacrifice. Dale, I know you know some of your buddies. You're going to see them up in heaven later. Someday, right? But they put it all on the line there.
Hopefully no time soon.
Right, yeah. Lots of work. I think God controls that. He decides if you're doing well, He keeps you around here. If not, then sometimes people seem to go away, it seems. But the point is, you're doing a good community service, and you've really helped a lot to make the world a little bit a better place, I think, and done it with your own company to help other veterans. You've hired majority of all kinds of veterans that you've hired to work for you, and that's been important for you as a matter of running your company too. Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, one of the hardest things as a veteran is the transition out of the military, I believe. So, trying to offer a job for someone that's getting out of the military, the transition from from military to civilian life is a difficult process. So, especially combat veterans like myself, and your brotherhood's gone, and it's just tough to have a transition out, and some of us don't do a very good job with that. So
yeah, there's a lot to overcome.
So finding a job is difficult. So sometimes
you're giving these guys an opportunity, help them to train them, and get their feet wet, and
sure.
give them a skill.
Yeah, about 85% of their first job they don't stay. So
really,
I don't. Not all of them are going to stay, but at least they have something solid to come home to, and can go out and do what they want to do after that.
Well, I greatly appreciate what you're doing to make the world a little bit better place. And so many of the veterans, and they do suffer from things like PTSD and other related stuff, because it's just a lot to go through as a warrior, as a soldier. And then, like you said, I don't know what that's like. But
one day you're a warrior, next day you're a civilian, and it's not an easy transition.
Yeah, and you've gone out of your way naming the company Veteran Flooring because you're a veteran yourself. How long were you in the military?
I was in 4 years.
Yeah, and probably all over the world and tours and fun stuff you got to do, but got to see what goes on. Most people
I was deployed most of it.
Yeah. Most people don't get to experience that, so they don't really understand. Well, hope you enjoyed this show, everybody. This has been a great chat we've had here with Dale. Check out his store, his location, visit him, and get some more insight. And if you're looking for some flooring, or you know somebody needs a veteran that might need some work, have them look him up. You're watching the Your Little Castle Show. Giddy up.